Hey everybody, this is your host, the Platinum Knight, here with another triple first impressions video. And today's triple first impressions is Deadpool and Wolverine, Alien Romulus, and Substance. Starting off with Deadpool and Wolverine, aka Deadpool 3, to give my quick history with Deadpool, I never read the comic books nor played the video game. I saw the first Deadpool movie and I thought it was really good. It was fun, funny, and action-packed. I got the gist of Wade Wilson. I never seen Deadpool 2 before, believe it or not. Maybe I was busy at that time, but I did hear it's not as good as the first film. As for the X-Men movies, I pretty much seen all of them except for Dark Phoenix for obvious reasons. My favorites are X2, Days of Future Past, and Logan. One character that always stood out to me is Wolverine. I grew up with the original X-Men trilogy and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. To me, Hugh Jackman is so iconic and irreplaceable. And what are my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine? I loved it. Loved it. I had such a blast with this movie, having a great time. I admit, before I saw the film, I was a little bit concerned that this film might tarnish the reputation of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, especially ending it with his phenomenal performance in Logan. Hell, even Kevin Feige was worried. Thankfully, I was proven wrong. Now, it's important to keep in mind that this is still about Deadpool. He's all about cracking jokes, parodies, and breaking the fourth wall. With that being said, I will say that this film does require having a lot of knowledge on older Marvel movies. Not just the comic books, but even Marvel TV shows and Marvel films that have nothing to do with the MCU if you want to catch every single reference. No spoilers, but there are so many surprise cameos. Some I kinda expected, and some that I did not see coming and caught me really off guard. I can understand why certain critics and some may not like this movie because they won't understand it. A lot of people were worried that this wasn't going to be rated R, seeing how Disney bought 20th Century Fox. Thankfully, that did not happen. I appreciate the profanity, blood, violence, and allowing Deadpool to be, well, Deadpool. Having it rated PG-13 would have been a huge mistake and could have easily affected the box office. Ryan Reynolds is still hilarious as Deadpool as always. Even Hugh Jackman as Wolverine made me laugh a few times, but you can still sense some dread due to his past. It's also really nice to finally see him in his yellow outfit after 2 decades. Although it was hinted at the end of The Wolverine, but of course it didn't go through. We came a long way and finally saw what we thought we'd never see on film. Oh, and that ending fight scene was legendary. I guess one thing that I was disappointed in is one cameo. It's not a spoiler and it's even in the trailer, but let's just say that a previous character does reprise their role, and I was hoping that she and Wolverine were gonna do a little more together, but that didn't happen. But that's okay. Not a huge problem. I also find it really funny how she basically pulled off an Andrew Garfield saying she wasn't gonna be in the movie, and it happened anyway. Congratulations, Deadpool and Wolverine, for making $1 billion at the box office and becoming number 1 for most viewed on Disney+. Disney is already trying to look for ways to make a sequel, but hey, as long as it's this good, I have no problem with that. Overall, I had so much fun with this movie, laughing laughing and being surprised. Most of all, it was nice seeing Hugh Jackman as Wolverine again. Deadpool and Wolverine is definitely a film made by fans for fans. The next film I'm gonna talk about is Alien Romulus. To give a quick summary of my Alien history, my favorites are obviously Alien and Aliens. I don't like Alien 3. I like Alien Resurrection, Prometheus, and even a little bit of Covenant. So once I started hearing good things about Romulus, naturally I became excited. And what are my thoughts on the film? It was awesome. This would now have to be my third favorite Alien movie. It takes place between Alien and Aliens. It's about a group of teenagers that discover a wandering ship called the Romulus, hoping to have valuable goods. And of course, things go horribly wrong quickly. It's a very self-contained story. I like Rain. She is so relatable. I like Andy the android and the backstory of raising and taking care of Rain after her parents passed away. It's also pretty cool how Dead by Daylight recently added Rain to the game. Some critics have said that this film is basically glorified fanfiction. Yeah, but it's really good fanfiction. I see no problem with that. I honestly don't see a problem appealing to the fans this time around. While the prequels were trying to do something different, it was really welcoming to bring back the feel of the original Alien. Then it turns into Aliens. Then, surprisingly, at the end it turns into Alien Resurrection, but it's done right. One critique I do have with the story is, are we really supposed to believe that a group of random kids discover and get to the Romulus quicker? But Wayland Tech Corporation, a billion-dollar company, couldn't locate their own ship first? You would think that a ship with lots of important data would at least have a plan B. They knew what they were dealing with. Didn't they have a backup ship or Wi-Fi to send that data just in case? I guess Wayland isn't so advanced after all. Some people complained about bringing a former actress back to life with CGI, although I do understand why, but I really didn't see any malicious intent towards the actor. The way I saw it was a tribute. I guess another thing that bothered me was a famous quote does make a return, and that is, "Get away from her, you bitch." I thought that was a little unnecessary. It should have just been, "Get away from her." That would have been fine. But it's not a big deal. Getting back to the positives, that ending was really terrifying. When I saw this scene at the advanced screening at the Egyptian theater, everybody in the theater gasped, including myself. By the way, that alien was not CGI. That was an actual actor wearing prosthetics. I actually looked him up and whoa, this gentleman is huge. He is super tall, and to be honest, I think he would be perfect to continue playing as big monsters. That's another thing I liked about this film. It was mostly practical effects just like the original two Alien films. It's pretty clear that Ridley Scott wasn't finished with his prequel series due to the negative reception Alien Covenant received. To be honest, I think Ridley Scott should make one more Alien film, then one more Alien film to Alien Romulus, and then a reboot sequel to Aliens that Neil Blomkamp was supposed to direct. 20th Century Studios already confirmed that there will be a follow-up to Alien Romulus due to its highest grossing success. Now I am very curious about Alien Earth for 2025. The last movie is Substance. Without spending too much time, this is a film that's way better if you don't know anything about it. The trailers even did a great job keeping it vague. I didn't see Substance in theaters, so I watched it on a streaming service on Halloween Day, which was perfect seeing how this is a sci-fi horror film. However, my uncle actually went to an advanced screening of the film and he was lucky enough to get a free Substance pen. All I can say about this movie is wow. I honestly couldn't believe what I saw. Believe it or not, but I'm still a little traumatized what I just saw. It's really gross, but in a good way. You definitely need an iron stomach in order to even sit through it. I highly recommend you don't eat anything while watching. I was actually having pizza and Popeye's chicken that Halloween, and boy, was that a mistake. So, put the sandwich down and get ready if you ever decide to check it out for yourself. This film is also perfect for teaching people to accept themselves for who they are and never accept drugs from random strangers. Anyway, Substance is an intense horror film. Will I ever watch it again? Probably not because of how insane it is, but I'm still glad to say I experienced it. If you've seen Substance, then consider yourself a champion. Alright everybody, that's it for this triple first impressions video. That's it for my first impressions on Deadpool and Wolverine, Alien, Romulus, and Substance. Originally, this was supposed to be a double first impressions video, but because I saw Substance on Halloween, I just decided to include it as a bonus. So if you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for new videos. This has been your host, the Platinum Knight, and peace out everybody. You have a good one.